Pretend to be weak, so your enemy may grow arrogant. I'm glad I see with my eyes, and not the pages I've read. When the position is such that neither side will gain by making the first move, it is called temporizing ground. Once you bid farewell to discipline, you say goodbye to success. I don't want life to imitate art. I want life to be art. Life is worth living as long as there's a laugh in it. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. Earth's crammed with heaven, but only he who sees takes off his shoes. A human being is part of a whole called by us the universe. Feeling guilty does not set us free. Being equipped sets us free. Notice the difference between being in control and needing control. Settle one difficulty, and you keep 100 away. There's nothing in the world that breeds success like success. All paths are present, always, and we can but choose among them. The more you face challenges, the less you fear them. It doesn't matter how great your shoes are if you don't accomplish anything in them. We humans are more concerned with having than with being. In order to change the world, you have to get your head together first. Waiting for changing opinions is like waiting for nothing. The better organized the state, the duller its humanity. Management of many is the same as management of few. It is a matter of organization. The language of light can only be decoded by the heart. Adversity discourages losers. Adversity inspires winners. Show me that I am everywhere, and get me home for tea. Faithless is he that says farewell when the road darkens. If you fight with all your might, there is a chance of life, whereas death is certain if you cling to your corner. Don't chase. Elevate your game and be someone worth chasing after. Sometimes I think my head is so big because it is so full of dreams. To touch the soul of another human being is to walk on holy ground. Things don't happen for no reason. They happen to teach you something. We are willing to believe anything other than the truth. If you can't explain it to a 6-year-old, you don't understand it yourself. You cannot open a book without learning something. If you want to dine with perfection, you must toil with imperfection. Stop being okay with everything. They can't tell so much about you if you got your eyes closed. Stop trying to create a new you around the same old people. Be willing to leave the ground behind if you want to fly. I finally figured out the only reason to be alive is to enjoy it. Time cannot put anything in your hands until you let go of the time. Always stand up for truth, regardless of who steps on it. If I had to live my life over, I'd live over a saloon. Dream your own dreams, achieve your own goals. Your journey is your own and unique. Être dans le ventre, c'est avoir le destin des feuilles mortes. Do no harm and leave the world a better place than you found it. Plan for what it is difficult while it is easy. Do what is great while it is small. Great men are like eagles and build their nest on some lofty solitude. Glory resides in the hearts of those you inspire, not in fleeting moments of fame. When deeds and words are in accord, the whole world is transformed. Life changes very quickly, in a very positive way if you let it. Failure is not when you fail once, but when you refuse to learn from your mistake. There's no such thing in anyone's life as an unimportant day. When something can be read without effort, great effort has gone into its writing. You become mature when you become the authority of your own life. Either you want change or you want comfort, but you can't have both. He will win who, prepared himself, waits to take the enemy unprepared. Grace isn't a little prayer you chant before receiving a meal. It's a way to live. It is the privilege of the gods to want nothing, and of godlike men to want little. The expert in anything was once a beginner. Patience and improvement is the key to opening the door to progress. In war, practice dissimulation and you will succeed. If you wish to be out front, then act as if you are behind. Life is fragile. We're not guaranteed a tomorrow, so give it everything you've got. Life is not about living the safer option. Life is about living a life worth living. Watching my back is the perfect opportunity to stick a knife in it. I shall allow no man to belittle my soul by making me hate him. You are in charge of your own happiness. You don't need to wait for other people's permission to be happy. You show me a capitalist, and I'll show you a bloodsucker. It's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get up. Concern for man and his fate must always form the chief interest of all technical endeavors. Never forget this in the midst of your diagrams and equations. Sing your life. Any fool can think of words that rhyme. A seed neither fears light nor darkness, but uses both to grow. Cleverness isn't always true, nor is the truth always clever. Sometimes we create our own heart, breaks through expectation. Always blow your own trumpet. Blowing someone else's is unhygienic. Only knowledge can turn life's unbearableness into a weapon. Keep their friends close and their enemies closer. The most dangerous of all falsehoods is a slightly distorted truth. A man should look for what is and not for what he thinks should be. For we can only know that we know nothing, and a little knowledge is a dangerous thing. To understand the limitation of things, desire them. Reason is, and ought only to be the slave of the passions. Don't fast forward through life. You'll miss all the good stuff along the way. Genius is measured not by static volume, but by kinetic vision. Living never wore one, so much as the effort not to live. Just because it's fiction doesn't mean it's any less true. Do not wait for the last judgment. It comes every day. The world changes. We do not. Therein lies the irony that kills us. People who fit don't seek. The seekers are those that don't fit. For them to perceive the advantage of defeating the enemy, they must also have their rewards. Victory comes from finding opportunities in problems. Those who realize their folly are not true fools. We live only now. Everything else is either past or is unknown. If I have seen further than others, it is by standing upon the shoulders of giants. Once you really know yourself, can't nobody tell you nothing about you. If a man could have half of his wishes, he would double his troubles. No one else has ever opened doors for me. I opened them myself. Before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves. Truth that came too late was as useful as a meal to a dead man. It is an acceptance of being uncomfortable that drives change.